Hello, everyone. My name is Selena, and I'm a student at East High School, and I would like to welcome you all to this session of the Rethink Youth Conference. Today, my classmates and I will be discussing how we are using aquaponics and urban farming as strategies for combating food insecurity in schools. The Rethink Youth Conference is all about centering student voice in education, so you will be hearing from the students who have spent the last few months learning about challenges and solutions to food insecurity in our community.
Hi, my name is Jeanette. I am a junior from East High School, and today I would be discussing student voice and why it's important for creating a positive change in education. Well, student voice is important for creating a positive change in education because it enables the students to be a part of the solution rather than the problem. Creating the positive in education increases the positivity between students, teachers, and also the school.
Hi, my name is Damien. I'm a senior at East High School, and I'm going to talk about food insecurity and how it has negatively impacted our community for quite some time. We've witnessed firsthand how it affects the students at our school, and this can translate how it can affect other communities that are struggling with access to food. Student voices can help change that. We express our concerns about certain issues and try to solve them together. Voicing our thoughts is just the beginning of what we can do. Together, we can solve the problems of food insecurity and instability and help students and their families gain access to nutrient-packed, healthy foods. But the first step is listening to students. In our presentation, we'll be talking about what food insecurity is, the impact it has on students and families today, when did food insecurity become nationally recognized, and the challenges that food insecurity imposes on students and families. We now invite you to look at our findings and solutions through our presentation that is shared with you.
Hi, my name is Jordan, and I'm a sophomore at East High School, and welcome to this session of Rethink Youth Conference. This presentation was created by students at East High School, and we will be discussing aquaponics and urban farming as strategies for combating food insecurities in our schools. Here are the names of the members of the session team. Included at the bottom are the names of the session coordinators and instructors who helped us put this presentation together. Bill Coe, Dawson Sims, Elsa Marcito, and Paul Quick. Now let's meet the students. I am proud to introduce my classmates at East High School who make up this session team. Ariana, who's a senior, Damien, who's a senior, Janet, who's a senior, me, Jordan, who's a sophomore, Selena, who's a senior, Valentina, who's a senior, and Victor, who's a junior. East High School is a public school in Kansas City Public Schools that serves around 1,100 students in East Kansas City. The student population at our school is majority Black and Hispanic. 40% of students are Black, 38% are Hispanic, 8% are Asian, and 8% are white. Here at East High School, we have a culture of diversity and inclusion of many cultures and languages, making it one of the largest and most diverse schools in Kansas City. Our school is unique and different from other schools in the Kansas City area because we are a reflection of the world. We also stand out because we are one of the only school districts in the area that have been almost entirely virtually since March, which has presented unique challenges to our teachers, administrators, and peers as we have made huge adjustments to our routines and learning practices.
Hi, my name is Selena, and I'm going to be talking about why food insecurity is important. According to a 2017 study by Health Forward, 15% of Kansas City, Missouri residents are food insecure. That's approximately 56,698 adults and approximately 13,583 children. Food insecurity has been a prevalent issue that we're facing as a society today and has been an issue for generations. It's a problem that lives in the homes of our communities across the Kansas City metropolitan area. We can't help but think that this problem will only get much worse as our society progresses, which is why we must figure out how to tackle it head on. Learning about food insecurity and instability is important because the people experiencing it often consume a nutrient-poor diet, which can contribute to chronic diseases like obesity, hypertension, diabetes, cardiovascular diseases, and much more. These chronic illnesses can be passed on to future generations, inhibiting healthy development. Our future youth will have to grow up facing the repercussions of food instability in their own households and communities. It's a cycle that has to be stopped. Just as learning about food insecurity is important, coming up with solutions is equally as important.
Hi, I'm Jeanette, and I will be discussing and defining the key terms to aquaponics, urban farming, and also food insecurities. First, Aquaponics is a real estate farming system that provides wellness and better nutrients. Aquaponics is a form of agriculture that combines raising fish in tanks with soilless plant culture. In aquaponics, the nutrient-rich water provides a natural fertilizer for plants, and the plants will help purify the water for the fish. Aquaponics can be used to be sustainably raise fresh fish and vegetables for families, to feed a village, or to generate profit in a commercial farming year around in any climate. Urban farming is growing or producing food in a city, heavily populated town. Urban farming can support the well-being in individuals and communities in many ways, from providing fresh produce to communities, creating sense of community, belonging jobs, creating a promoting health lifestyle. It may sound crazy, but in many ways, an actual food grown in community gardens and urban farms nowadays are the least important. Research can find that community gardens can increase social bonds and networks among neighbors and the people who participate in farming. These farms and authors write bridge gaps, reduce existing talent zones, and foster social integration between otherwise segregating groups. The big catch, however, is the urban farms are always an exclusive. They are aspire to be, and they are often use class individuals divides. A number of cases studies have found in urban farms and gardens have been led by mostly non-residents and profiling Black or Latino neighborhoods, excluding people of color from participating in repealing the defined benefit of such efforts. So urban farming can have a number of wonderful social benefits, but those aren't always shared widely. It is use intentional that the residents of communities being affected by urban culture projects are not just excluded by fully empowered in relation leadership and discussing making to be greatest intents possible. Otherwise, urban farming is mostly will be fun hobby for urban elites. Now, food insecurities is the U.S. Department of Agriculture defines food insecurities as lack of consistent access to enough food or an active, healthy life. Exclusive research reveals food insecurity is a complex problem. Many people do not have the resources to meet their basic needs. Challenges which increase a family risk of food insecurity. So food insecurity is closely related to poverty. Not all people live below the poverty line. Experience food insecurity, and people living above the poverty line can experience food insecurity. Food insecurity does not exist in insulation or low income. Families are affected by multiple overlapping issues like lack of affording housing, social installation, and acute health problems, and high medical costs and low wages. Taken together, these issues are important social of health, defining as a conditions and environments in which are born, live, learn, work, play, worship, and age that affect a wide range of health conditioning and quality of life outcomes and risks. Effective response to food insecurity must address the overlapping challenges posed by social determinants of health. Hunger Plus Health explores the impact of food insecurity as social of health and its effect in individual and population outcomes.
Hi, my name is Victor, and I will be going over the challenges slide. First up, we have how food insecurity impacts children's education. Children who grow up in food insecure households often lag behind their food secure peers in terms of cognitive, emotional, and physical development. People experiencing food insecurity often consume a nutrient poor diet. Processed foods tend to be more accessible at a lower price. A nutrient poor diet can contribute to chronic diseases. Second, we got agricultural unsustainability. Traditional farming practices require large maintenance to restore the soil to a condition that can help support plant life. If maintenance is not consistent, that depletes the soil nutrients continuously, such as rotating crops will eventually result in the soil that is incapable of growing crops at all. Over time, this can decrease crop yields, which will make more people food insecure. Organic foods are not affordable and or accessible. Third, we have accessibility. According to Feeding America, in the Jackson County area, there's about 813,480 people that are struggling with hunger, and of those, 209,870 are the children. The total population in the Jackson County area with low food access is 166,389. The Jackson County area has a population of 324,507 living in food deserts.
Hi, my name is Damien, and I'm going to be introducing what is food insecurity. Food insecurity is the lack of consistent access to enough food for an active, healthy life. This is usually caused by unemployment, low wages, and high rent burden, which can force a student or family to choose between buying food or paying bills. Though this is the case, most of the time other issues lie in food deserts. Food deserts are the lack of fresh and healthy foods at supermarket. This looks like junk food, non-fresh vegetables, and fast food. In the slides, we will mention the history, challenges, and the solutions for our topic. Hi, my name is Damien, and I'm going to talk about the history of food insecurity. Food insecurity was nationally recognized in the 1960s. Over the years, the United States has put multiple nutrition assistance programs to help food insecurity and food deserts. The largest programs include a supplemental nutrition assistance program, women's, infants, and children, the National School Lunch Program, and more to help provide for families facing food insecurity and food deserts. Though there have been many solutions brought up by the government, we believe agricultural systems such as aquaponics, greenhouses, and urban farming produced year round can be beneficial when tackling food insecurity at schools and communities.
Aquaponics uses 90% less water than traditional farming because aquaponics recycles the water in the system, making it possible to grow in droughts in areas with little water. Urban farming practices composting, vermicomposting, and other soil regenerative processes. Participate in agriculture 4-H club programs, which can promote food security education and civic mindedness. Make contact with other schools to create farmers markets and co-ops with community supported agriculture or CSA, creating partnerships and collaborations. School will be able to source and serve some of their grown produce to families and students. Can create a community supported agriculture partnership with other schools to create fresh market baskets. These baskets can be picked up and delivered to local families year round, so we can try to decrease the amount of people facing food insecurity.
Hi, I'm Jordan, and I'll be going over how these solutions can be implemented. First, we could work with the Green Acres Urban Farm and Research Project to create training opportunities and agriculture programs at every school. Funding would be needed to create these types of opportunities to enable students in farming to thrive. Secondly, schools should be able to source and serve some of their grown produce to families. Third, we can create a community-supported agriculture system with other schools around us. We can also have teachers from other schools that are willing to put in time and students who would want to participate. The costs can range anywhere between $2,500 and $1,500 to set up a functioning greenhouse.
Hi, this is Bill Coe, the Director CEO of Green Acres Urban Farm and Research Project. I want to thank you, but in closing, we want to be clear. Our work in aquaponics and urban farming will not be able to solve food insecurity in Kansas City on its own. Structural problems require structural solutions. What we do know is that the program established here at East High School can serve as a valuable model for other schools that want to create a unique learning experience, service, job training opportunities that will equip students for the necessary skills to tackle this critical problem. All the while, we will be producing fresh, healthy, and sustainable food. Food security impacts us every day. This is something we can no longer ignore. So let's work together to tackle the challenges in our city. We will end by inviting you all to think about these important words from George Washington Carver. When you do the common things in life in an uncommon way, you will command the attention of the world. Education is the key to unlock the golden door of freedom. We'd like to thank you all for attending. We challenge you to go green and go Green Acres Urban Farmer Research Project. Thank you. Hope you enjoyed the presentation.
With some session team members being first-year agriculture students and others not having any exposure to anything agriculture related, we all had different expectations going into this project. During our research, we learned how food insecurity affects us in numbers and created potentially and effectively solve food insecurity. We believe that Green Acres can serve as a valuable model for other schools that want to create unique learning, service, and job training opportunities that will equip students with the necessary skills to tackle this critical problem, all while producing fresh, healthy, and sustainable food along the way. We see no reason why there can't be a program like this at every school in the Kansas City area, providing high school students with hands-on learning opportunities in the aquaponics, urban farming, agribusiness, and beyond. We hope that attendees of this session feel inspired to think outside the classroom when it comes to creating educational opportunities for students like us. If you are a teacher or administrator, advocate for these types of programs at your school. If you are a public official or community leader, offer your support to urban farming educational initiatives in your community. Following the end of this session, there will be a brief live Q&A section where audience members will have the chance to interact with the students. Please stick around, and we thank you for attending this session.